So let's talk about how your view on wealth changed over time.
And when I started out, it wasn't about money. It was just about having a purpose, having a business that made money, to be honest, and going, fuck, I found something I can do, actually.
Yeah.
And it was only once I got into it, I thought, well, this is fun. Oh, I'm quite good at this. Wow, hang on. This actually could be a properly grown-up business. I hadn't even considered that was possible. I remember there weren't loads of role models and loads of, there'd been bugger-all exits in software at that point. In the mid to late 90s, it just wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
And then it becomes obvious, you suddenly cross the line of, I'm not just doing this to pay the bills and buy a half-decent bottle of wine on Friday. We could sell this for a lot of money. And so your psychology changes. You move from one person to another, or one mindset is probably better, to another. And you get the copies of the Country Life and Fast Car magazines or whatever it is, because you start changing, because you suddenly know this might be possible. And you're still loving the business, but your expectation is changing without you even knowing it. And you're suddenly going from, shit, I'm going to be in all likelihood, I'm going to be someone worth many millions of pounds or many tens of millions of pounds. And then without knowing it, the people around you are changing how they talk to you, how they react to you. You're someone, you've got status. And you don't even know this is all happening around you. It's happening without you knowing it. And you're changing as a result. Even if you're not very careful, you change completely. And then in my case, you sell one business and then you double down, going, well, I sold one for 80 million, I'm going to sell one for 800 million. And you keep doing it. And then suddenly, without knowing it, in my case, you're on I need to keep doing it, because every time I do it, I'll have more money and I'll be happier. I sold the biggest one for a little over 800 million. That suddenly, I realised, well, hang on, this isn't true, Ben. You don't. Every time you make more money, you don't get happier. It's not a binary outcome. And I don't think a lot of people ever go through that realisation. Yeah. Maybe they, have a new wife or husband. They start mixing with new people, holidaying in all the, in inverted commas, right places, upgrading their friends, trying to go to all the, there's a circuit, isn't there, in London and New York, starting with the Met Gala, and they're on that, and getting invited to fundraisers, and your whole life has completely changed and become, the one thing it doesn't have is authenticity, and it's not grounded in anything. It's not real.